Hello, everyone. This is Jonathan Poley here with West Coast Weather. Today is November 5th, and this is the GOES West 18 satellite imagery. And here's Washington, Oregon, California, BC's up here. And this next system that's going to be starting to move in today and tomorrow and lasting through Tuesday is a very convectively active storm with plenty of thunderstorms associated with it. This is because it's a very cold mass of air that's moving over relatively warm waters of the Pacific Ocean, and it's mixing in with some moisture, which is making a prime environment for some intense thunderstorm activity. So if you enjoyed this video and enjoy these videos on this channel, just please hit that like button, subscribe button down below, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now we're looking at the lightning on the satellite, and this shows just how much lightning flashes there are. And you can see that the storm system moving in is very electrically active. There's lots of lightning strikes associated with multiple different bands of thunderstorms. It looks like there's one intense band right here, maybe another intense band right here, and then the closest one to the coast that we can start seeing on radar right now is right here. And we can take a look at why these thunderstorms are occurring. And you can see that all these lightning strikes are happening underneath this really cold trough of air. And this creates a lot of instability as the temperature differences between the surface and the upper atmosphere is pretty large. And then we also have relatively warm waters of the Pacific Ocean, which allows for more instability. You can see this trough just kind of taking its sweet time to go into the coast, and then it slowly dies off and dives into California. Now we're going to take a quick look what this later this week looks like. It looks like we got a break on Wednesday and Thursday as a ridge builds over the area, but by Thursday evening, our next Pacific system starts moving in, bringing more rain and some breezy winds. It looks like there's some timing differences on this with the models, but generally the same impacts either way. And that kind of moves off. And then you can see this is kind of getting into fantasy land. This is later next weekend. So this is a good 5 to 7 days out. And you can see that some more troughing builds over the Pacific. A really deep trough starts building right on the coast. This should bring some stormy weather with it. But this is getting towards 10 days out, and we still have plenty of time to look at this later this week. And now let's check out this mean sea level pressure. So this is basically the sea level. This is the pressure at sea level. And you can see the storm system. It's not very deep, but it's a relatively compact low, and it's spinning a lot of thunderstorm activity into the coastline. And some of that may reach the interior, but it's mainly a coastal situation. And you can see there's a pretty tight pressure ring on the south side of the storm, which is going to bring some breezy winds to parts of the Willamette Valley and the coastlines. There's actually a wind advisory up for gusts up to 45 miles per hour for Portland down to about the Eugene area, north of the Eugene area. And that kind of dies as it moves in on Tuesday, but shower and convergence activity will remain behind it through Tuesday morning at least. Then you can see that the big ridge kind of builds over the area really quick, but you can see quick on its heels is another frontal system kind of starting to move in, maybe another compact low pressure system. And then the Pacific storms definitely just start kicking in. There's a lot of timing variation in the models, but generally it looks like we're going to get back into another stormy pattern after a couple-day break. And we'll look at this more later this week. And now let's look at the 3-hour precipitation in inches. So this is about right now. You can see that a lot of the shower and thunderstorm activity is starting to move onto the coast. So pretty heavy downpours and small hail will be possible with this. And a lot of this rain up here in Washington, like northern Washington, won't really be associated with thunderstorms, but there is an outside chance of some rumbles of thunder. And this really just meanders over the area for quite a while, dumping a pretty good amount of precipitation on the coastal mountains and parts of the Cascades. And it really just remains through Tuesday morning. And the Cascades still getting some sort of precipitation all the way through Tuesday evening before everything dies out. And then you can see that we dry out Wednesday and most of Thursday before Thursday evening and the Friday morning, another frontal system comes through, and then more systems after that. And now this is looking at 10-meter wind gusts. So this is about right now. This is showing maybe some gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour associated with some of those thunderstorms moving in. And the wind gusts will likely get higher than this when a thunderstorm or any associated shower, heavier downpour moves through, as there's going to be some gusty outflow winds that are coming out from underneath the updrafts of these storms. And that will kind of continue through Monday. And then you get the kind of the back end of this low pressure system that will bring some gusty winds into parts of the Willamette Valley as well. Nothing too strong associated with that. But then you can see the onshore flow really kicks in. There's kind of a little bit of a surge of westerly wind down the strait on the Fuca. That doesn't look too strong, but some models are suggesting it could be stronger. So now let's take a look at, this is the Storm Prediction Center. This is showing the day one convective outlook, or basically the thunderstorm outlook. And they have a marginal risk of severe weather on the Oregon coast all the way down to the parts of the Northern California coast. And this is for a 2% chance tornado risk, and also for some possible strong to damaging winds with thunderstorms that move through. So definitely some pretty active weather on the Oregon coast today and tomorrow. And it's not too out of the ordinary to get a tornado risk on the coastline of the West Coast this time of the year. This is kind of our quote unquote tornado season. So we can get low chance tornado probabilities this time of the year. And now this is the European model. This is the lightning flash density. So this basically just shows where the model thinks there's going to be a thunderstorm. And you can see that it's picking up on all that activity out there. And you can see by this afternoon and evening, some these thunderstorms start moving on the Oregon coast, parts of the Washington coast as well. And you can see some of this activity starts moving over parts of the Willamette Valley as well, mainly the coast, but interior locations do have a chance. You can see that maybe some activity all the way up in the western Washington, but again, that's a lower chance of happening. The thunderstorms really die off by Tuesday morning, and then kind of shift off to the east as the trough dies off and moves eastward as well. So this is the NAM3 cam. This is showing surface-based CAPE, which CAPE stands for convective available potential energy. It's basically how much instability there is in the atmosphere for storms to work off. You can see that the atmosphere really destabilizes mainly over the Oregon and southwest Washington, but also parts of western Washington as well. This really just keeps going through the evening into tomorrow, which is going to mean there's plenty of energy for some thunderstorms around if they do form. And this will extend all the way western Washington, maybe southwest BC. Some of Vancouver Island was getting some thunderstorms this morning, but the main threat will once again be over much of Oregon. And that kind of remains through Tuesday morning before the instability starts dying off and moving east. And so this is the composite reflectivity. So this is basically what the NAM model thinks the radar is going to look like. This is about right now. You can see the intense band of thunderstorms that's probably going to start moving through this evening, bring some lightning, a gusty wind, small hail, and heavy rain to parts of the Willamette Valley, the Oregon coast, parts of the Washington coast as well. This kind of moves inland, kind of dies off, bringing some rain to parts of western Washington as well. An isolated thunderstorm chance with that. And you can see the showers and thunderstorms just continue to bombard the Oregon and southwest Washington coast all the way through tomorrow, bringing more showers and stuff through other interior locations. Maybe even a thunderstorm chance out here in eastern Washington and eastern Oregon as well. And you can see the little spin in the atmosphere right here where the low pressure system's coming in over western Washington. That's going to have some extra shower and thunderstorm chances as well as that before that moves off. And you can see some convergence zone activity also as the onshore flow starts wrapping winds around both sides of the Olympic Mountains, causing convergence right here where showers and such can form. And then the showers kind of continue and die off by later Tuesday evening, but kind of continuing before completely dying off Wednesday morning. So this is the HRRR. Let me refresh this so we can get the most available data. So this is about right now, and you can see that the shower and thunderstorms also on this model as well. And let me change this to the other run. Here you go, and you can see as we go through this evening, you can see these intense lines of showers and stuff moving over parts of Washington and Oregon as well on this model. And it was really just blasting the area with wherever these showers and thunderstorms set up. There's also going to be some potential for some urban flooding as well, especially in poor drainage areas. And this really continues with some really strong cells, especially on the coastlines. And you can also see the spin in the atmosphere on this model as well. And you see some of these stronger showers start moving in the parts of the Seattle metro area and the Portland area as well. So some thunderstorms will be possible in those areas, though lower chances. And then the storm system also moves off into the interior. But the HRRR actually brings a secondary low pressure system Tuesday morning. This is kind of a new thing that I haven't looked at this model yet, so that could be interesting, but no other models are really showing this, but this could have some more thunderstorm potential as well Tuesday morning. So lots of pretty fun weather for this November, as November is kind of our rainiest time of the year. So if we're going to have active weather, it's going to be the month of November. And here, this is the significant tornado parameter. This basically shows us where the best ingredients are for tornado chances. So all these green colors and stuff is the tornado parameters, and you can see that builds up this afternoon, and even parts of the Portland area could have a brief tornado chance this evening through tomorrow. And it kind of just remains on and off through Monday evening before finally kicking off early on Tuesday. So this is kind of why they have that tornado chances, because of the significant tornado parameters showing up in the models. So now let's take a closer look at the winds. This is the NAM 3KM. This is the 10-meter wind gust, and you can see the gusty winds with the thunderstorms and the cold front moving in. So maybe some gusty winds up towards Whidbey and the San Juan Islands. Maybe some gusts over 30 miles per hour. Nothing too crazy though. And you can see as the low pressure system starts moving towards you, can see some gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour possible in the Willamette Valley. Maybe a few isolated power outages, but nothing too much. And then you can see the gusty winds over the mountains and parts of the southwest Washington coast. But look on the straight one, the Fuca, this is the NAM, and watch as we go into around midnight Tuesday, you can see the strong surge of westerly winds actually bring some gusts over 50 miles per hour down the straight one, the Fuca, with some strong winds over Whidbey Island all the way towards the Snohomish and Skagit County line as well. So this is the only model that shows winds of this strength, but there is a potential for this. So if this were to occur, some isolated scattered power outages will be possible before the winds start calming down later Tuesday morning into the afternoon. And now this is a graphic by the National Weather Service of Portland. This is for the thunderstorms today through tomorrow. And most likely timing is from Sunday afternoon through all of Monday, maybe continuing into the overnight hours. The 25 to 35% chance on the coast, and everywhere else about 15 to 25% chance. So this is showing that better chances are along the immediate coastline. The main impacts will be lightning, heavy rain, gusty outflow winds, and a chance of a weak tornado. And make sure when thunder roars, go indoors. And you can see the marginal risk of severe weather is highlighted right here. Portland's just outside, but they also have an isolated chance of maybe a weak tornado and thunderstorms. Now let's take a look again at the Storm Prediction Center outlook. This is showing today's chances of some isolated tornadoes and gusty winds. But if we look into tomorrow's outlook, this is showing the potential for thunderstorms again all day tomorrow. The severe weather is likely to decrease in chances as we go into tomorrow, but a funnel cloud or maybe a weak tornado will continue to be possible on Monday. So plenty of active weather occurring here on the West Coast. Well, that's it for this video. I hope everybody is prepared for these thunderstorms and active weather the next couple of days. If you found this video informative and just would like to support the channel, just please hit that like button, subscribe button down below. Also hit that notification bell if you don't want to miss out on any of my new videos that come out. I'll likely have my next video out later this week talking about the next pattern change after a couple days of dry weather. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, and hopefully you get some fun weather as we go through the next couple of days. Take care and God bless.